I don't know, everyone's drinking tonight. That's really fun. I don't drink anymore, but I used to. And around the time that I was drinking, there was this whole rise in feminist culture where like the whole vibe was basically like, if you're a bad bitch, put your hands up, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And that was really confusing to me because I didn't know if I was a bad bitch or an alcoholic. And then my dad was like, you're an alcoholic. And I was like, well, that is exactly what a misogynist would say. I lived in LA around the time that I was drinking, and one of my favorite activities was I would get super drunk, really, really sad, and then drive home. And one night I was at Flappers Comedy Club. It's in Burbank, California, very illustrious institution. I was getting really ripped off their flappy hour when I decided to get in my car and go home. And I literally made it like 2 blocks before getting pulled over. And when the cop was like, do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, no, of course not. And then he was like, well, your headlights were turned off. And it's like, yeah, but who needs headlights when you're already lit, you know? I was promptly arrested. I blew a .16. It was fantastic. I was 19 at the time, so it's .16 over the legal limit. I don't think you're supposed to blow 3 less than your age. So that's the equation. I know everyone here has been to jail, right? You're all. I can read a room. I get it. You're all in prison. They confiscated my tank top when they arrested me. And when I asked them why, they're like, oh, don't worry, it's just protocol. Like, there is a small risk that you could hang yourself with a spaghetti strap of your tank top while you're incarcerated. And I was like, ooh, okay, super dark. And also really dumb because the spaghetti strap can barely support a titty, let alone my eyelashes. I feel like spaghetti straps were made by a bunch of dudes who were like, I want to see them bounce. And they're like, make it. That's why I just have a bunch of chokers in my puss at any given moment. Just in case I get arrested, I have a way out, you know? And then the cop finds my body and they're like, what did Miss McGovern's body look like when you found her? And he's like, do you remember the 90s? It was like a modern take on that. It was like, made a comeback. I don't know, I was trying to think about when I peaked because I am definitely going downhill as we speak. And I do think that I peaked on Birthright. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Birthright. Was anyone else the hottest girl on their trip? It was a bad batch, but like still the hottest. Take that to your So if you're not familiar with Birthright, Birthright is a traditional Jewish mating ritual in which they ship girls from Long Island out to Israel to fight the soldiers. It is a lot of people have fucked soldiers here tonight. Honestly, I don't even know if you have to be Jewish to go on it. Like, the only thing they asked me on the application was like, how horny are you? And so like, get your ass over there. It was really fun. It's super intense though because you're in this like strange country, 10 days, 30 strangers. So like the first 3 days is just this like desperate scramble not to end up on the bottom of the social pile, right? You all have your moves, right? Mine was that I hooked up with one of the white rappers on the trip. That was like great. Now I'm the most popular too. And I do say one of because there were 3. Which made it like, was this prophecy in the Torah that these rappers 3 would convene in a battle of rhythm and rhyme? So it's coming true. It was really fun. There's a whole will they won't they dynamic though between us, which is always really exciting. And I didn't know if it was gonna happen, but then we went to the Holocaust Museum on the last day of the trip, which is just like great, save the best for last. You know, I was like ready to cry, ready to look fragile. And it was, I mean, it's really cold in there too, because you can't have like a warm and steamy and like balmy Holocaust Museum, you know, it's gotta be like cold. And we're walking around the museum kind of flirting a little bit, and we get to the pile of burnt shoes, which is very classic, it's iconic, it's at every single Holocaust museum. And people are getting really worked up at it, they're like, people are tearing up, we're all looking at it, and like, God, so many people lost so many shoes in the Holocaust. Okay, that was for me. he put his hand on my lower back and he whispered in my ear, "Hey, are you handling this okay?" And I do think that it was the wettest that I've ever been since I saw Schindler's List for the first time. So, alright, I do want to say I'm anti-Holocaust. Just to be clear. I really thought you guys would be like, whoa, okay. It's pretty fun.